What's your name? What's your name?
Oh, okay, we're starting? Okay. I'm ready again.
Oh, yeah. So what's your name?
Yung buong pangalan?
Yep.
Hi, my name is Marinol Regine Castellano Calayan. My nickname for everyone's benefit and easier to remember is Noli.
My name is Gabriel Lemuel Olaer, but here in Australia we say Gabriel Lemuel Olea. Olea.
My name is Dane De Leon. White people kind of say like Dane De Leon, but I would just prefer Dane, Tita Dane, Great Dane, Dane the Rock Johnson.
The dandelion.
Dandelion, you know, cutie pie. No, don't say that.
I am from Cebu City, so I am a city gal. Have lived in cities my entire life, even though I've moved overseas like 2 countries already. So yeah.
Okay, ako nung maliit ako, English. I grew up in Baguio City, up north, the mountain islands, and we moved to Manila when I started grade 1, I think.
Davao City. Bahada Davao City. I'm just gonna say, like, why does every city in the Philippines have the city at the end of it? Like, why can't it just be like Davao? Like, is that a status? Is that like, do they get like upgraded to a city? Like, cause like we don't do that here in Australia. We don't go like Brisbane City. Like, if you go Brisbane City, it talks about the actual descent.
I don't actually know too far enough that we don't speak the same language, and I know nothing about Manila except it's a folder.
It's actually fun anyway. All right, so
Edit my laugh. Ang pangit. It's so ugly.
all right. How far is that from Manila?
Okay, mga malayo. It's way up north. I don't actually know. Like 10 hours drive. Kasi traffic, may mga tricycle, sa mountain, nasa taas kami, like 5,000 feet above sea level.
Well, I first came here in 2007 and I was on and off. So I was living here and then I'd be going back to the Philippines, back and forth. But since 2012, I virtually just stayed here.
I moved to Australia, I think it was 2000. Let me just think. I think it was 2008, and I started school here 2009, so I had a bit of a break between schools. Before that, I moved in New Zealand. I lived in New Zealand, and I was there for 6 years. So yeah, I've been overseas most of my life.
Okay, Ina, I was 13 years old, 2007. Very tough times. Culture shock, puberty, too much for my mind and my body. New language, boobs. It was a lot. We should cut the boobs part. No, we say that.
What don't they tell us? I remember it very clearly because obviously I came to Australia from New Zealand. What I remember is that they don't tell you that Australia doesn't have a year 13. So in New Zealand, there's 13 years of 13 years of school. So there is a year 13, I guess, after year 12, and that's pretty much what an extra year, I guess.
Oh God, I don't know. They don't really tell you about the. That's a hard one, Dane.
Oh, that's a good one.
The differences, the little differences, the words, you know, some of the Australian slang, how thong in Australia is actually nothing sexual. You wear it on an everyday basis. Chips chips can be like hot fries, which is in the Philippines, it's just like literally the chips, lemonade as well. lemonade in Australia is basically the word for Sprite. Alright? Right? Yeah, basically just those little words. And what else?
There's a lot of toilet papers here. And public toilets are free in the Philippines to buy 5 pesos to pee and 10 pesos to poo. So then they're gonna know what you're doing when you're paying 10 pesos. And the slang, definitely. Avo is afternoon. Avo is avocado. And what else is slang? They kind of shorten everything. Breakfast is brekkie. Pregnant is preggy. Yeah, very laid back. What else didn't they tell you? Yeah, the toilet paper really got me. And it's quiet. It's less more quiet here.
Oops. Yeah.
And what else did we have? I think that was all of it. How it is.
Alright.
So, the transition.
So like it was during high school, and at that time Philippines, now I think they're doing till U12 as well, like grade 12, K-12 now. So like that would be very straightforward, the equivalent levels. But when I first got here, I was only supposed to be put to year 8, but because I had really good marks, they were gonna admit me to year 10, and that was crazy. And then I went back to the Philippines. I did 2nd year, 3rd year high school, and then when I went back here, they were gonna put me back to year 10, and I'm like, that was 2 years ago. Like, what is going on? And so I just sort of did a little bit of year 10, and then got bumped up. Can't say bumped up. So I got bumped up to year 11. I got it to year 11, and then I was gonna move back to the Philippines again. And because technically year 10 is equivalent to the 4th year high school, which is the last year of high school in the Philippines, I just went straight to uni. So technically I've never finished high school. I just went straight to uni. And people thought I am that smart that I just literally went from year 11 to uni. So yeah, it's just the equivalent game.
So, moved here, I was 13, full of Before I moved here, I didn't do the grade before because I was like, I'm gonna move to Australia, so I don't need to study. And I think for a whole year, I just didn't go to school. My mom was in Australia, so I think she was like, okay, just live your life. But I remember not going to school for a whole year. And my sister didn't go to school for like 2 years because they were like trying to save on money. So we're like, she's not gonna go to grade 5.
Did that affect when you moved here? Were you like held back a year or something?
I was a little bit older because I don't know about the year systems, and it was really tough because it was the age where you're getting your periods and stuff, and I barely had the words. I didn't know the word for period. My men's not and I didn't have anyone to talk to about this. I didn't have girlfriends yet because I think the first year of moving here was just one long anxiety attack because it was like, I want to make friends. I don't know how to talk to people. Hello. Are they going to be racist? I was prepared for the racism. I was like, I get it. It's going to be racist.
From Philippines to New Zealand was actually really interesting because obviously I moved country to an English-speaking country, westernized and all that, when I was pretty young, so around 9 years old-ish, and we didn't speak English in my high school in my school in Philippines, so it was really interesting to actually speak Bisaya at home and then speak English at school. And I know that when I started speaking English at school, I wasn't that fluent, so I kind of talked with my parents about it and kind of chose to speak English at home as well, just so I could get a little more fluent. And much to my dismay, that actually affected my ability to speak Bisaya and Tagalog as well. I can still understand perfectly fine, but like my thinking process is all in English. And yeah, that was really interesting at school. It was hard to make friends because you were the new kid that came in the middle of the year, and you didn't speak English that well. But luckily enough, New Zealand was like multicultural as well, so I kind of made friends that way. But yeah, moving from Philippines to New Zealand was really interesting. Kind of difficult like growing up as well, but you get used to it.
I've been going back every year
Yeah.
up until 2016.
Yes, I think it's family tradition to go back every couple of years, but since we've started like filling in different countries every couple of years, then the Philippines trip kind of gets pushed back as well. Like a couple of years back we went to US, and then a couple of years after that we went to Philippines, and I guess a couple of years after that we'll probably go visit Europe or something, I don't know.
Yes, I was there last year.
Yeah, for sure. I think like because I was young when I left the country, I didn't really take much notice of my surroundings, but when I did go back, I think I was like around 13, 14 years old, and I really noticed that the traffic got so much heavier, and like the buildings, the environment changed. Like I feel like, you know how when you're not in a place for long, you don't notice how things age. So when I went back to Philippines, you notice like the buildings get older, gets a little bit more cramped, needs more renovation, stuff like that, like especially around the house. And it's definitely changed in the recent years, especially because of the K-pop influence, I think. Like a lot of people, like before, I used to be super noticed in public when I was in Philippines because of my fair skin, but nowadays when you go back to Philippines, it's like normal now. Like I guess like everyone's taking care of their skin and avoiding the sun more often.
And does it
then-
feel different every time you come back?
Yes, especially Davao. Davao has changed so much. Like, it used to be this quiet town with no traffic light. I remember a time when Davao only had one traffic like signals, which is just on the main intersection, and that's it. Like, but now it's like in every intersection, and there's like apartment buildings popping here and there. And I live in a fairly quiet side of town, used to, but since this Ayala shopping center was built, it's changed. Like now it's just full of people, and it's just really chaotic and busy, which is in the Philippines a sign of progress, which I don't really get.
Yeah, but also I found that I'm different every time. I don't, sometimes they think, oh, because you're balikbayan, so you're all fancy now, because you're from Australia. And like, no, I'm so poor.
At the moment, there's this song called Sayo. I think it's sung by Piolo. I am not sure, but it's so catchy. I love it.
Can you sing it?
No.
It's been such a long time since I've listened to OPM music, but I don't know, off the top of my head it has to be Pinoy Ako. I don't know who sang it, but it was really catchy when I went over to Philippines, and then it was played all over the radios and stuff.
Can you sing it a little bit?
I feel like if there are like any Filipino viewers to be like, oh my god, you can't sing, are you sure you're Filipino? I think it goes like Pinoy ako, Pinoy. Something like that. I don't even remember most of it. Like I said, I don't listen to OPM.
Is it?
Ooh, so slow, anywhere you wanna go. So slow.
Okay.
Freestyle. Oh, actually, now I think about it, Harana is my favorite OPM song. Do you know that one?
Yeah.
That's a classic. And I imagined that a boy was gonna sing it to me outside a window, and I'm gonna be looking out, and he's gonna be down there with his guitar. Yeah, but it hasn't happened. Also, please don't do that. That was so weird.
There's someone next door.
I know. Puno ang langit ng bituin.
Memory of the Philippines. I have a lot, but I really enjoyed being a young kid, playing outside with other kids, and we'd be out basically from afternoon all the way to like when it's really dark, and we have to go home because like the mumus will be out and the encantos, and you're not supposed even to say encanto, you're supposed to say in Bisaya we go dili inon ato, or like not like ours. How, like it's weird, but yeah.
Favorite memory of the Philippines has to be my cousin recently had her wedding like last year, and part of her after wedding celebration, sorry it's just really hot, part of her after wedding celebrations was that she took part of the bridal party over to Palawan. So yeah, we went and traveled around Coron there.
Too big.
To be please. Thank you.
Just getting taho at 6 a.m. from the man on the street.
You get up at 6 a.m. for taho.
Well, you hear it like taho. It is so loud, and it's the only time I feel comfortable taking sweets from a stranger.
And
Cause here, ho ho, no, sir, you're gonna kidnap me.
Dish, it has to be pork adobo. I'm basic.
it's basically a side dish. I really love it. It's called dachara. Does that count? Sinigang. Yeah.
Adobo.
Sinigang. I think the sour taste is so unique.
Kapoy na kayo ko.
You gotta do it like that, like nabandog na kon.
Kapoy na good talaga masyado.
Nikaon na ka?
Nangan kayon? When?
Nagkain ka na?
Is that Davao so?
Yeah, this is like Davao Tagalog.
Oh.
I know it's weird, but that's how we do Tagalog in Davao, man.
Oh, so you bet. Mapan ka to on Rabii?
Maglabas kayo mamaya.
I don't actually know if I can actually remember that because my mom doesn't say that to me often. Molakaw ka karon. That's really bad.
Moms ask us that. Like, we're not allowed to go out. When?
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 Yeah, W-E-N.
Sounds like Vietnamese.
When in Ilocano? Oo. Opo in Tagalog. You
Oh, it's-
have to say opo. Oo is disrespectful.
When?
When?
It's like when?
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
So it's very similar to Tagalog.
They go opo.
Yeah, because that's respectful.
Yeah, we don't do respect in Bisaya, man. We're like equals. Alright. Dili.
Haan. Hindi. In Tagalog, it is hindi.
Haan. It's like saan. Okay.
Dili. I don't actually know. It's like nahigugma ako or kanimo or something. Like no one's ever said that to me in Bisaya. Mom!
I guess no one's told me that before, so I don't really know how to say it.
Gihigugmata ka. But no one really says that. It's like really cringe.
And yet it does not sound romantic.
Okay, I'm gonna try to say in romantic.
Do like romantic eyes.
Gihigugmata ka. Gihigugmata ka.
Very telenovela.
Yeah, but no one really says that. So they just go, love taka.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's kind of nice.
yeah. Or love you, be.
Oh no, they would usually say every other. You know, when sometimes strangers they play that game with you, and you like walk past them, and they'd be like, "Haha, Indian." And you're like, "I didn't want to play this game," but no.
What
But
else?
Filipinos know I'm Filipino.
What else? What else are you being mistaken for?
I've had Cambodian, Hawaiian, Malaysian, Thai, Nepalese. Very ethnically ambiguous. And then zoom in on my angles.
Depends. When I had long, wavy hair, never did. I was always mistaken as Filipino or Hawaiian or specifically Colombian or Brazilian. With this hair, I do get Nepalese, Malaysian. I got Kiwi, which is a little bit weird. So
Very weird.
yeah, and I'm sure you get that too. No? Yeah, I get Kiwi.
Yeah, they think I'm Latina. Especially when I went to US a couple of years back, when we were around the Mexican states, they were like, "Hola," blah blah blah. And I was like, you know, Mexican or whatever, Spanish, Espanol. Also, interestingly enough, since I started making videos and kind of like had more of a global following, some people think I'm Korean, which is really strange. Yeah.
Wow.
So nice skin.
Yeah,
Do you have a
you're
skincare
so
routine?
flawless, yeah.
Yes, I do have a skincare routine.
Nice.
I have, yeah, really.
Yeah, that's very Korean. See, oh, that's a good question. I mean, like, we are Asian. Like, we share so much. Like, I guess, like, our ancestry, like, when we had, like, the Malays and, like, black Filipinos from the mountain islands, we just have such a unique look where we kind of, I don't know, we are in the islands of the Pacific, which makes sense. But we are Asian, like, geographically and culturally. We are Asian. We are, I get it, we're Hispanicized because of colonization. Because 333 years, that's longer than Mexico. We're more Spanish than Mexico. That's crazy. But I'm not gonna say that we're Spanish.
So which one?
I'm gonna go with Asian. I'm gonna go with Asian.
I think Filipinos are a mix of Hispanic.
Oh, it just has to be one.
Oh, really?
You have to choose one.
Yeah.
I think it has to be Hispanic. Primarily because I lived in New Zealand, and New Zealand has like a lot of Pacific Islander influence, and a lot of the populations, my friends in New Zealand were Samoan, Fijian, some were from Haiti. I don't know if that's in, but yeah, Pacific Islanders, and you kind of could compare like the difference between the two. And even though there are similarities, like they're family oriented and their cultural traditions and stuff like that, I still fully believe that we're more Spanish than Pacific.
Okay. First, Philippines is Philippines because of Spain. Like, they were the ones who made us the Philippines, right? So, in that kind of sense, we can be considered as Hispanics because technically we were a colony. Asians in the sense because we are in the region and we do share that Southeast Asian kind of culture and a lot of similarities with food and, you know, even just the looks. Pacific is the same thing, and like maybe because we're like right in the middle, we sort of share like both characteristics. But I'm just gonna have to say Pacific Islanders because we don't use chopsticks. We use our hands. We have bamboo houses and we eat on leaves, and a lot of our food is actually more resemblant to Pacific Islands. Because I've been to Hawaii and I thought that they eat in like coconut stuff and they eat a lot of like sort of like ube, but it's not ube, but it's very similar. Like they eat a lot of those things, which to me I think Filipinos are more Pacific Islander than Asians in that sense. I'm sorry, Dane, but that's my answer. Pacific Island.
We do share a lot of like cultural things with Pacific Islanders.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I'm not that flexible.
Try it.
No.
Tayo'y mag-ocho-ocho.
Oh my god, that's so embarrassing.
Tayo'y mag-ocho-ocho.
I can't do it. I'm a failure.
I'm Tita Dane.
Tita Dane.
I'm fully upgrading myself from Ate Dane to Tita Dane. I don't care what anybody says. The transition. I am so Tita. I have a cat. I don't go out on the weekends. I have a man.
Ocho ocho.
I'm Tita. Can we do the spaghetti?
Ocho ocho.
Ba ba ba.
Ocho ocho. Ocho ocho.
Are you gonna sing it?
Tayo'y mag-ocho-ocho.
My mom's gonna sing this.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah.
Alright. Tayo'y mag-ocho-ocho. Ocho-ocho. Ocho-ocho.
Thanks for watching.
Hope you didn't hate it. See you next time.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you think of our first video.
Bye, them.
Background music. Background music. Background music.